When the mining team began drilling, they uncovered something deeply unsettling. Strange, eerie screams echoed from the mine shaft. As the drill bit bored deeper, thick smoke suddenly billowed from the ground. The machine abruptly stopped working. Everyone's attention snapped to the scene. The female boss gave the signal to raise the drill bit for inspection. To their shock, it had brought up some kind of biological remains. The professor immediately sensed something was off and began excavating the area. To everyone's surprise, a humanoid figure took shape in the deep pit. The crew gathered once again. Before their eyes, a man emerged from within a strange membrane. The sight left them all stunned. Even more bizarre, the man began speaking in ancient French, seemingly pleading for help. The mining team rushed him indoors and offered him water, but no one could understand a word he was saying. The man grew agitated, prompting the professor to step in and urge him to stay calm. Then, out of nowhere, worm-like creatures appeared in the man's nose. The professor recoiled in fear. No one else seemed to notice. Only the professor realized that the man had already begun mutating. When the female boss arrived, the professor quickly briefed her on the grave situation. He insisted they run a blood test on the man. Jack, however, disagreed. He thought the whole thing was a waste of time. To him, the man just looked scared, and the worms might have just been mucus. Despite Jack's skepticism, everyone followed the professor's lead. Jack stayed back, holding the man steady for the test. When they examined the blood sample, it immediately recoiled, vanished before their eyes. This time, everyone saw it except Jack, who was standing directly behind the man. After the testing, the group broke up, but Jack couldn't shake his curiosity. He asked a friend to bake some bread and brought it to the man. He had no idea this was the beginning of a nightmare. As usual, Jack fiddled with his knife, and the man took notice. He gestured for the knife, making motions that looked like he wanted to end his life. Jack completely misunderstood the man's intentions. He couldn't make sense of what was being said. When Jack looked away toward the window, the man snatched the knife. Suddenly, they were in a standoff. The man pointed the blade toward himself, but no matter how strong his will to end it, something inside his body resisted. A tentacle slid directly into Jack's body. When Jack regained consciousness, he saw that the man had become a dried-out husk. It was clear the creature had transferred. Hosts. The origin of this nightmare goes back 500 years. An elderly soldier was out hunting when terrifying, inhuman screams rang out through the woods. His subordinates sensed something was wrong too. They searched the forest for the source of the noise, until an old woman appeared, leading a horse. Only then did they let their guard down, but the old woman was off. She insisted on giving them the horse. Starving, they gratefully accepted it. They had no idea they were on the brink of disaster. Just as they were about to kill the black horse, something truly horrifying took place.